Well, hello there, folks. Today we're going to be taking a look at Radio General, in which we actually get to command men in World War II on a campaign throughout Europe, using, of course, our radios. Now, there's even going to be an online co-op mode available, which I think is just incredible. But right now, we're going to stick to just the standard campaign. We're going to create a new campaign, and I'm going to keep this on normal for realism. Now, if we want, we can use NATO symbols instead of figurines, but I am not going to do that. I usually love NATO symbols, by the way, but I do want to see what the figurines look like and jump right into the game. So we are going to jump in. I haven't played before, so I am not going to be hitting that I want to skip the tutorial. I definitely want to keep it on to assist us. Let's call the campaign name Campaign Cobra, and let's jump right in.
On December 17, 1939, the first Canadians landed in Britain, vanguard of a great army. They came to finish the job that their fathers had begun a quarter of a century before. In June 1940 came the first call to action. In high spirits, they marched to the ships on their way to France, itching for a fight. Once across the Channel, the Canadians penetrated more than 200 miles. But with the tragic collapse of France came the order to return to Britain. In the dark days after Dunkirk, almost the only trained and equipped troops between Hitler and London were General MacNaughton's Canadians, who stood guard throughout those days of high tension. While hurricanes swept the sky, Canadian ack-ack batteries blazed at the Luftwaffe from the ground, playing their part in the Battle of Britain. And now the Canadians are preparing to rip through the Huns when the Allied War Council gives the signal for the cross-channel dash on the road to Berlin. The Canadians are ready. 0 hour is coming.
All right, so 1942 will be the starting point, and we're going to be doing the Dieppe raid. So Stalin has demanded a second front be opened. The Canadian officers are eager to prove the worth of the Canadian army. A daring raid on the French port town of Dieppe is ready. We attack in the morning. Okay. I'm not sure why Stalin is commanding us since we are in the Canadian forces, but the game is still in early access, so we'll see what happens. Okay, so here we go. August 19th, 1942, Dieppe, France. And I'm sure we're going to get a look right here at the actual map itself. Look at that. Even newspaper clippings. That is so cool. As well as, of course, just visuals here. Canadian troops. And a telegram letting us to know about where we are. And exactly what we should expect. I like it. Well, let's continue forward. Let's get to our radio and let's start helping our boys actually out in this mission. Alright, guys. Our first operation, we want to read the mission before actually ending. Now, we've read everything else, but it says here we're going to command the flanks of the operation. Several commando units have landed behind enemy lines. You must silence enemy guns and prevent any enemy reinforcements from reaching Dieppe. Fair enough. Looks like 200 to 400 light infantry on the enemy side. That's going to be tough to deal with. And the enemy are on high, chalky cliffs, which limit landable beach areas. With low enemy numbers, they will most likely only be defending Dieppe. Okay, well, let's go for it, guys. So let's proceed in here. It looks like we can actually increase the speed here if we want. Do we want to use voice commands? That's pretty cool. So we can actually use our microphone to use voice commands. Let's see if it works. All right, voice commands. When ready, hold spacebar, say start mission into microphone, then release spacebar. Start mission. Wow, that's incredible. I love it. Okay, guys, so there we go. The mission has begun. We can pan the camera with WASD just around the area. Okay, we can zoom in with the mouse wheel. Yeah, this is all basic stuff. You're a general sitting in your tent. Your units are currently in France and are far away from you. Understood. An infantry company named Able has infiltrated enemy lines. However, since Able is far away from you, you can't interact with them directly. Makes sense, but we see where Able Company is. So this figure represents Able. It is not the unit itself. However, it can be used to send orders to Able. What that means is that, especially when we get into the calling in artillery phase, we could leave the figurine here, but Able Company could be over here for all we know. So we'll want to consistently call for their location. Let's go ahead and proceed. We can view Able's stats by right-clicking the figurine. Let's take a look at those stats. All right, pretty cool. Oh, look at that. So the morale is pretty much, you know, it's 100%. It's fine. And we can, of course, do the voice commands with spacebar. Clear. Wonder if it didn't, maybe it didn't pick that one up. Clear. 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 Able. Report status.
Able. We're at November 9.
That is amazing. Okay, left click and drag Able's figure into the coordinates they mentioned. Right click to be able to see the past messages. Okay, so they said they're over here, November 9, so we want to grab that unit and put it over here. And look at that, we've even got the general stick here. Quite interesting. Figurines pulse when correctly positioned near their actual unit. This also grants minor combat bonuses. Okay, cool.
Charlie here. Our landing craft has reached the beaches and we're about to disembark.
Let's do it, boys. Alright, Charlie.
Able here. Got eyes on artillery at location 2.
Alright, we've got eyes on artillery at location 2, and Charlie is taking hits. Can we do anything about this? Alright, guys, we're gonna need to silence those guns. Let's tell Able to move to the nearby hill. Able, move to location 2.
Able here. Roger. Moving to location 2.
Look at that. That is beautiful. We've even got gunfire going on. It's just amazing, guys. So we can see their position here. When in the attack range, each unit also has health, defense, and morale. Luckily for us, artillery units don't fight back against enemies. Okay, that's good to know, and we can actually see their numbers dropping. I love it, guys. Unfortunately, Dog Company and Charlie Company are definitely having some trouble getting on that beach. We've got Dingo and Hyena, 2 enemy units causing them problems, but hopefully we'll completely silence that artillery in the next few seconds. Let them have it, boys.
Enemy artillery battery is out of commission.
Okay, guys, so as you can see, in this particular mission, they're doing it for us, but what we really have to do is move Able here, because that's where they actually are.
Resistance on the beach is much heavier than expected. We're pinned down. We won't be able to move forward until our tanks have landed. Able here. We can see infantry at Aquila Batalla.
Alright, let's get Able to location 1. It looks like there's an infantry unit there. Able, move to location 1.
Able here. Preparing to assault Aquila Batalla.
Alright, guys, they're going to move in straight lines to nearby location, but take the fastest routes to distant locations. In this case, he is going to go right through the field, but he could have moved on the road if he was all the way over here, for instance. This time, the enemies are shooting back. Morale decreases when fighting. Defense negates incoming damage. Let's also make sure they're in the right area here. The enemy has defense from being in a town. Got it. Alright, it's going to be a little bit tougher for us to break through here. In fact, the enemy might force us back. Doesn't look like our defenses are so good. Come on, Able. Also, Able's morale is wavering here. Able. Retreat.
Our troops are still scattered.
Alright, they must recover and regroup before receiving orders again. So we're going to put them over here. And we need more troops, and now we can actually call in available reserves, which is pretty cool. So let's just deploy our reserve infantry. Deploy reserve infantry. I love that ability to be able to use your microphone to play around with the game. It's just so damn cool.
Wheelbase Baker. We're at Charlie 11. Boots on the ground, wind wide.
Roger that. Alright, so they're going to be moving over here, so we're going to put them there at Golf, where they are eventually going to move anyway. Their unit marker, and I'm guessing we attack from both sides, and hopefully we can take the area. To defeat entrenched enemies, we must flank and surround the town. Now that Able's regrouped, order both Able and Baker to Aquila Batalla simultaneously. Alright. Wow, so we can actually call both units with just one radio call. Let's try it, guys. Able, Baker, Move to location 1.
Baker here. Stay frosty, everyone. Heading to
This is going to be incredible when they get the online component. And there we go, guys. So we want to represent our units properly. Again, we get that attack bonus as well.
the back alley.
So let's keep firing. And you can actually hear them saying use the back alleys over the radio. I think that's such a cool touch in the game. Defense is lowered when flanked. Always attack from multiple directions. Good to know. And we can see the actual enemy health is dropping, as well as, more importantly, their morale. Their morale is taking a major hit here.
Able here. That's the last of them back.
Here we go. Looks like the enemy is going to retreat.
Baker here. Unlimited is ours now.
All right, now we've got both units here. We might as well represent that.
Charlie here. Damn it. Half our things are blinded, but the press can't get traction on these damn beaches. We need more time.
Even more time, man. Well, we're going to have to help by moving Able to Hotel 10, which is going to be a bit closer to the beaches, or just Baker. So let's let Able remain here and send Baker out. Baker, move to Hotel 10.
Baker here. Moving to Grace Hotel 10.
Or maybe not. I guess it's just right across the river there. All right. Baker, dig in.
Baker here. HD Floyd, it might save your life.
I love it. They're going to dig some foxholes and pretty much just prepare to defend the location. Voxels provide defense, so it's a good idea to fortify strategic locations. We have some spare time while they dig. Why not read the officer manual while waiting? Well, I'm not going to put you guys, force you guys to go through the entire officer manual, but this gives you an idea of what each symbol means. And keep in mind, you can change these symbols at any time to just the unit markers themselves, but I think this is a bit easier. All right.
Enough to keep us alive. HQ here, enemy. Reinforcements are arriving from the south.
Okay, roger that. We might have some enemy reinforcements arriving at our location. Yup, it's going to be tanks. Oh man, we're going to have to stop the damn tanks. I don't know how this is going to work, guys. I'm going to order Able to dig in first of all. Able, dig in.
Able here. Grab your shovels, boys. We're digging in. You spotted tanks.
Alright guys, let's see how we do against these tanks. 4 tanks in each group here. I don't think this is going to be so easy. And they've also got infantry support arriving here. Come on, boys. Aim for the weapon flashes. I love that. I'm not letting them retreat. You know how I do this, guys. I'm just not going to allow it. We've got to try to hold town. I think the worst thing would be the enemy getting their tanks to the beach, so I am not going to take that option. Unfortunately, it looks like they took the decision for me. They did pull back.
Informants have told us the enemy is captured. I'll scrub that tie.
Alright, we're having trouble contacting your units. Try to reestablish. Able, report status. I think Able may be completely wiped out for all we know. Able, report status. Baker, report status. Oh, our boys are in trouble. They're not picking up. That's a problem.
To withdraw. Destroyers will provide supporting fire to cover your retreat.
Alright guys, it looks like we got to get the hell off this beach. That's going to be the most important thing. And it looks like we've got the HMS Saskatchewan here, able to actually fire barrage, which I've been waiting for the entire time here. So let's do Fox fire barrage at grid cell, okay? Fox fire barrage at grid cell. Okay, so we want to fire the barrage maybe over here. Fox, fire barrage at grid cell. We gotta find out what that location is. Wait a minute. So that's gonna be Golf 4, I'm pretty sure. Or India 4. Fox, fire barrage at India 3. Let's hit their infantry first. Hopefully we do pretty well against that unit right there. And then we'll go for the tanks. Good job. All right, let's keep calling out cells, guys. Fox, fire barrage at Kilo 3.
Fox here, coordinates confirmed. Firing barrage at Kilo 3. Fox here, that was a hit. See those coordinates coming.
Fox, fire barrage at Hotel 3.
Fox here, roger, dropping shells on Hotel 3. Colonel, you can't wait any longer. Fox here.
Fox, fire barrage at India 4.
Fox here, raining thunder down on India 4. Here, forward observer. Colonel, you got the better of us this time. We'll be back, though. HQ here. That's a wrap. All units dig in and wait till relief.
All right, guys, there we go. That's going to be it. Our first mission. I wonder how we did. We still haven't heard from Abel or Baker. I guess we head back to HQ and take a look and see kind of what happened here at the end.
Want to get these guns a thorough cleaning after they cool down.
All right, guys, there we go. So we actually did hold Dieppe. Or no, did we? I guess, no, we got neither, if I'm not mistaken, a loss, but the war continues. So it's a minor defeat. The only thing I was hoping for, I wanted to see some actual casualty reports. It doesn't look like we're getting that, but we, of course, continue to the next mission. Hopefully we learned a bit from our first battle. And look at this. Soldiers under your command have been killed, and their families must be notified. It may provide some comfort if you were to write directly to these families. And my father, being a lieutenant in Vietnam, actually had to write some of these Dear John letters. Or it's not a Dear John letter. That's when a girlfriend breaks up with you when you're at the war. But you know what I mean, some of these letters. So we are going to write a letter to Sergeant Stanley Watson. We regret to inform you that your badass son, Stanley Watson, who single-handedly killed 300 Wehrmacht troops, has passed on. Hey, you know, you've gotta be, you know, really professional about these things. So let's go ahead and accept that. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this look at Radio General. I gotta say, I'm really impressed. I love it so far, and I would love to play more. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, drop a comment down below, and consider subscribing to our channel. There's not a lot of niche strategy channels out there, and we're one of the few. So join us.